Hey everyone, it's baze.djunkiii transmitting from Hamburg, Germany, and guess what? I am still not online. It's Saturday night. Okay, now Sunday morning, 20 minutes, 28 minutes past midnight, and I am still not online. So if you haven't seen my last video in which I talked about being not online for 20 minutes and been ranting about eins und eins, just click this link popping up here because this will be the first part of the story. So part 2 is I had this phone call conversation with the hotline of the eins und eins telephone company I'm working with for my landline and for my internet, which broke down on Tuesday actually, and still is connecting to the internet, and every 3 minutes is connections off, PPOE error, whatever. And on Thursday I had this conversation with a lady on the hotline, and she told me she's gonna send me a surf stick with 500 megabyte daily flat data rate and stuff. So I thought, well, this is 500 megabyte is bullshit, but anyway, maybe it's a workaround for me to get at least basic emailing done and stuff. And she told me, well, we're gonna send it via overnight express. We'll be there on Friday, Friday morning, Friday noon, or Friday noon, 12, somewhat 1 p.m. latest and stuff. So I woke up at 7 a.m. just because the company they're sending this stuff, which tends to somehow ring people up at 7:30 maybe, and ring the doorbell and get your parcels delivered and stuff. So I was like, okay, we'll have no sleep, or only 2 hours, but better be prepared because you need that surf stick, you need your internet connection and stuff. So I woke up at 7, and then I waited and stuff, fell asleep again, waited again, and yeah, this went until noon. Then I finally got up. I waited and waited and waited and waited again. And then I rang up the hotline. It's like, hey, you promised me that fucking stick, that surf stick. This fucking surf stick will be here until noon. And they were like, well, yeah, my colleague said so, and she wasn't allowed to because we cannot have any influence on when the stuff is delivered. And I was like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? So waiting again, calling up the parcel service, the delivery service. Hey, they told me they're gonna send an overnight express, gonna be here till noon. Are they allowed to do that? And they were like, no, we don't have a delivery until noon service. You cannot book that. Your parcel is on its way, and might be 8 p.m. until the parcel is there. And I was like, okay, fine, waiting again for that fucking stick. So back to story. Finally 6 p.m. bang bang bang, postman came, parcel came, surf sticks came. I was like, okay, I can get my stuff done and stuff. And with the surf stick came a SIM card, because you need one, a small card thing like you have for your mobile phone. And it's yeah, come out here. Okay. This little SIM thing, I don't know what's called in English, I guess it's the same SIM. And it comes in this card. So there's only one way to take it out. Here it's this when it comes, and you gotta carefully break it from the card in the size you need it. And there is also a note here, take care when you get that out and stuff, and be careful. And okay, so I took this little chip thing, and I took the stick, and I opened the stick, and there's only one fucking way where you can put these card in here. So it looks like this, perfectly closed, perfectly fine, looks good, you know. Then you close the stick, which I did. Close the stick, bang, closed. Then you put this thing, the USB, in your computer. I did this, and they were like, okay, there will be a pop-up menu, and this pop-up menu is gonna take you through all the steps, and then you will have internet. And I was like, yeah, internet, I want to have internet, I want to do my emails, I want to do YouTube and stuff, and I want to get my website updates and stuff. And I was like, yeah, 500 megabytes, I want to have internet. So did this, bang, into my computer. Menu popped up, everything's fine. Then it's like, bang, bang, bang. Your SIM card there's either no SIM card in here, which is bullshit because I showed you, SIM card is in here, or SIM card is invalid, not functional, dysfunctional, which does end up in is not fucking working. So the people sent me a new SIM card, a new surf stick. I got 500 megabyte free data rate for 30 days, and the fucking card is not working. It was like, what? And like then I called them up again, and they were like, well, yeah, and stuff. You got this measurements and stuff. And I was like, yeah, I know, and I've been going through all this with your colleagues yesterday and the day before, and I'm gonna fucking sue you because I'm losing money and stuff. And yeah, and I can help you and stuff. And he was like, yeah, you can help me. And then she was like, yeah, my colleagues for like mobile phones are taking care of this SIM card issue, so I'm gonna put you through to this other call center hotline thing. And I was like, what? Like, seriously? You told me you can help me, and then it's like, you're gonna get me to your colleagues because you can't help me? Thanks a lot. Then there was this fucking guy at the hotline for the mobile who was really, really unfriendly and stuff. And I was like, hey, this problem, internet does not work. I cannot do anything here. I'm losing money. You sent me this fucking stick. The fucking card is not working. Get me a new one. Yeah, we can't do that. Why? Yeah, we got like no possibility to send out a card on Friday evening to arrive at a specific address in Hamburg, which is like basically 600 kilometers away from where they are, in time on Saturday at a specific point. We can't do that because I don't know, because fuck off maybe. I was like you're really kidding me. Then I got really unfriendly and like yelled at the guy, and like sometimes it's a good thing that you're not allowed to carry handguns in Germany, because I felt like fire one like next to his ear because I want that guy to be deaf or something like that, just as punishment for being that unfriendly. Fucking company. So did not work. Hung up, called the next person. Did not work. So I'm still here, like wasting now 15 quid on like mobile data rate just to get basic things done, get basic work done. And I'm still without any clue when my landline and stuff will be like functional again, and when I can do YouTube and stuff. And then I did some research in the like 2.5 minutes that I have before my internet breaks down every time again, and I found some forums. And like I googled for that error thing I get every time when I go to the menu for my Fritzbox. And when I check the menu, itchy nose, is all the same errors repeating over and over again. So I guess, okay, fine, I'm gonna Google them. And like I found like forum threads that started in fucking 2006. We're in 2016 now. And with people describing with the same company the same problem over and over again, and they're not able to solve that. And basically what this is, in the meantime, I've also figured out how to calibrate my Fritzbox and to do some measurements on my own from the Fritzbox menu to do a DSL check, like to check the wiring and stuff for at least in-house, like all the wiring from like at least from my flat to the main box down somewhere in the basement, and from the basement somewhere else. And it's like it's called Leistungstest in Germany, the performance test thing, kind of. I don't know what exactly happens when you do this, but I figured out how to do this. And the box told me, well, there is no trouble from your flat and the next 200 meters down the line. I think on every corner of the street, or like every two corners, you have these main big gray boxes where all the like telephone cables and telephone lines and landlines come together, and then they are like bundled kind of, and then they go off into like a main wire, and then all your data goes through that wire somewhere else. And in those boxes there are like specific ports like for your computer and stuff, and for your landlines, and one of these ports might be broken and they just have to switch the port. This is what I'm guessing from what I got from forums, and that took me like 45 minutes to figure that out. And I'm not a telecommunication expert, I'm not a telecommunication technician, and I'm not an engineer, and well, I'm kind of internet savvy and I can use Google and I can read forums and stuff. So they're still working out on how to fix my problem, and basically I could tell them if they would call me. And I sent out a message on Twitter like, well, that company 1&1 sucks, whatever, and they came back and like, well, send us a mail. And I was like, well, no, I'm done with your service. Actually, I'm done with your company. You're losing a customer, and I've been spending like hours on your hotline and stuff. Then I reached out from my Facebook page, from my official like page, you know, the artist page, and posted somewhat on their Facebook like, okay, this happened throughout the past like 2 days and I cannot believe it. And then they came back to me, well, send us a private message. Well, you cannot send a private message from an official page to an official page on Facebook. You can messages from like a private page, like your personal Facebook page, which I don't run, to an official page, and you can answer that as an official page. And you can send from private to private, but from official like artist page to company page, not possible. Doesn't work. Facebook like turned this down a while ago, so I cannot answer, and I have like a ticket number for the technical requests, technical error ticket stuff they put up on their computer, and I sent them the ticket number. So I like left it in the comment as like 1C whatever, like big number, and I was like, okay, refer to this ticket is connected to my data in your system, get back to me. And like a few hours later, another person answered on Facebook, well, would you please like send us a private message? I was like, no, I can't like, and yeah, this is the status right now. I'm ranting again for like 15 minutes or something like that, but I'm really pissed. And you know, 1&1, if you see that logo, honestly, stay away from that company. Like I tweeted today, a company's quality is defined by how they handle things that do not work. If things work fine, a company can be the best company ever. But like having things like sorted out, and technical servers and friendly and tech savvy people in the hotline and stuff, this is what really counts as a company. And if anybody crosses my way or crosses my path in the future, works for 1&1, for this telecommunication company, I'm pretty sure I can never be friends with a person like this, because I know how shitty the service is and how shitty the company is, and like I wouldn't want to be around somebody who's somewhat involved in a company as shitty as 1&1 is right now. And I hope they're gonna sort this out, but anyway, we'll see. This is an update, so part 2 of maybe a series of rants before we go into other things on this channel again. But anyway, for some reason I managed to write a record review on my website, so at least one thing is working, and I am pretty curious what the next days will bring, but this is just an update, and I guess I'm out in editing and stuff, and it's way too long again, and we're gonna see and talk soon, I guess. And leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, leave me your stories in the comments, and follow me on social media to be updated and stuff on Instagram, wherever, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. See you later.